Fisher here, back with another video, and this time we're going old school. We're doing a little bit of Athelete Kings on the Sega Saturn, on the actual hardware. A little bit of a backstory. This is basically a modern version of Track and Field. We'll have a quick look at my records on here. There's not many to look at, to be honest. Let's just look at the event records. So we've got records in each event. Right, we're going to try and beat them all. To give you an idea though, when I actually last played this game was 25th of July 2013, so it's been a while. Now I used to have a Sega Saturn. We used to play this game actually. My friend Argy had a Sega Saturn, and we'd compete on Sundays and very often at his house, all trying to beat each other's records. I'm going to be Jeff Johnson's on this go. It got quite competitive. When I got my own Saturn, I had some decent records, but obviously I got rid of that Saturn. I traded it in actually for along with all my other consoles, Dreamcast, PlayStation and so on, for a Nintendo Wii. Big mistake. For some reason, you know, in the Japanese version of the game, Jeff Johnson's is actually called Robin Banks. I don't know if that was actually a pun on, you know, the old what do they call them? Weird book things, weird book titles. Come on, let's try and beat this record. Here we go. That's a good start. So I'm using the vibro finger technique, and I'm scooting ahead of Femi Kediana there. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, it's close. It's close. 0.15 of a second. That's pretty good. But on my first console I had, when I had this game, I had one particular good game, and I typed my initials in wrong on this screen here. So for ages, years in fact, my records were all in the name of ICG rather than ICF. Not making that mistake this time. Okay. So I'm playing in decathlon mode, so there's no qualifying on this. It's simply your score in each event just counts towards your overall score. What we don't want is a nil score event. It took a while to set this up, you know, because the first time I set this up, there was such bad lag I couldn't do the long jump. I couldn't jump without fouling. Fingers crossed I don't do that this time. Here we go. Okay, so my speed's up. Oh, 4 centimetres short of my world record. That's a good jump. Let's go again. Oh, foul. Foul. Well, at least I got one good jump in there. Yeah, I was well too late. Here we go. Oh, again. Well, at least I got a good jump in there. That ensures a good score. So yeah, my records were quite good. Like I say, I traded that console in, and when I came across one on, I think it was on eBay, or it might have even been on Facebook, I had to go and get it, and I had to get this game. Interesting thing about this game, when my friend Argy had it, we read about the hidden character and tried desperately to get it to work. Now, when you get over 8,000 points, it says it unlocks it. On the British version of the game, you can't access him, but the number of sounds available in the sound test increased. A Little interesting thing, by the way. See the blimp in the background? You press the shoulder buttons and you can actually control the direction of it. Weird. Okay, so we're going to try and get the power at the top and the angle as close to 45 as possible. Well, that's rubbish. There is also another way to do this. You can actually use the D-pad rather than the action button. And rotating the D-pad will increase the power. So we'll try and get as near to the top as we can. And then rotate. Oh, that's hopeless. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, come on, let's get one good throw in. Come on. Come on, I got this. I got this. Oh, come on, let's get it up, get it up, get it up. That's too late, that's foul. Oh, no, terrible score. Terrible, terrible score. Oh, well. That's horrendous. That's not going to set the world on fire at all. Ah, dear. So yeah, when you get the enough points to unlock the hidden character, it does add his sound effects and his name announcement to the sound test. So we know his name's Manchichi Kazami, and for years and years and years I've been trying to find a picture or information about him, and there's been very little to find. We'll start with 2 meters 2. Sounds 6, 2 meters 6. And there was nothing. There was nothing about him anywhere. Right, I'm trying to remember how to do this now. Hey, I remembered. You had to press up and down to lift his legs over. Right, so we're off to a good start. Let's try and match the world record. Anyway, after so long of searching for... Oh, that was close! After so long searching for Manchichi Kazami, finally footage of him has surfaced on YouTube. I've been asking people on... oh, I thought I had that then. I've been asking people on the cutting room floor if they could find anything about him, and nothing was there. Yeah, he just doesn't seem to be in the British version of the game. I went to the extent of getting a region switching cartridge and the Japanese version of the game to try and see him, and it just wouldn't do it. For some reason the game knows still that I'm playing on a British console and locked him out. Gutted. 400 metre race. Right, this is one where the vibro hand technique doesn't really work. You've got to go steady on this and conserve your energy. One interesting thing is, with the races, you do have false starts, but when you get 2, you can't actually get the 3rd and get disqualified like you could in track and field. On the 3rd one, your character will basically just fall over at the start. Come on. Oh, don't run out of energy now. You're on the home straight. Oh my god, that was really close. That's a good time. That's a good time for him especially. He's not a runner, he's a thrower or jumper. Oh dear. 3rd place. Good grief. Yeah, well. $5,044. So yeah, 8,000 points was the unlock point for Manchichi Kazami. So as you can see, it was easily achievable. even with the poor score on the shot put there. Right, so this is all about timing and speed. So just tap the C button as fast as you can, tap the action button to jump the hurdles. Here we go. Vibro hand at the ready. Oh dear me. Oh, well that was awful, good grief. Oh, I think there's still a little bit of lag. That's what I get for playing this on a modern TV and through the PC to get the recording and everything. Still a fun game though, still a fun game. Or maybe I'm just not as good as I was. I always struggle with this. It's the rotation I struggle with. Start now basically to give myself the best possible chance. Oh, that's alright. Okay. Oh, that's a bit poor. The angle let me down there. I need to get 45. Oh, that's better. Stay in. Yes, that's alright, that's decent. That's a decent throw. Alright, world record attempt now. No, no chance. Oh, at least I got one good throw in there. I could never do that, going circular on this D-pad. Yeah, it's really difficult. There's quite a few other secrets in this game, like for example on the 100-metre dash you can roll or hop rather than run. I think you go just as fast. And on the high jump you can actually change the way you jump over rather than doing the Fosbury flop, which is standard. You can actually just hurdle it or do some other kind of jump, I don't even know what it is. That was a good score, 1292, good grief. Pole vault, come on, let's get at least one world record, eh? I thought I might get one today. Right. Six meters, should be able to do this. If I can remember the technique, of course. Oh, come on. Oh, so I'm going to do that one again. Oh, God. Please don't fail this event now. Come on, I've got to do this now. I'm starting to get tired now. Oh, yes. Thank you. At least I got one 6 metre jump in. Yeah, I'm clearly just not as good, am I? Right. Age. Old age. Doesn't help. Third place again. When I used to play this in the arcade, I used to use the whole like finger sliding technique, but you get blood blisters on your finger doing that. Vibro hand is much more effective. I think the arcade had convex buttons, whereas the Sega Saturn pad is concave buttons. I think it's just so your fingers don't slip off. That's a damn good world record. I'm sure my best was 98 something. But again, I think that was with Alexa Rigel. Don't think Jeff Johnson's can do that. But I'll give it a damn good go. Come on. Once you're between the lines, you can stop vibro handing. There we go. And let's Ooh. Oh, really? I thought that was perfect then. I don't think he crossed the line. He didn't put his foot down. Alright. Oh, that was a damn good angle as well. Oh, that was over the line, that was obvious. There's definitely a bit of lag here. I'm blaming it on the lag. Right, good save for this time. That's not bad. Bit early. It's over 90 metres. A decent throw. Should get a good score. I'm a little bit gutted I've not managed to get a world record here. Anyway, November. I look kind of like Jeff Johnson's with this, don't I? No, not one bit. I went to the 1500 metre race. Sure, my best score is like 12 or 13,000, so I'm not going to reach that. 3 minutes 30, that's quite slow. I'm sure my best ever was 3 minutes 21, 22, somewhere in that region. No false starts in this. This is all about just keeping the pace going and using the other runners to conserve energy. So you can set off really fast. They will catch you up. But you use them as like pinball bumpers, so now I just let go. I need to get back to the front, I need to get past him. Pressing this speed, I'm going to lose energy quick. Right, there we go, I'm at the front. Right, let's bounce off him. Oh no. A few went past me. She's knackered. And you see, the way it shows that they're knackered is time starts going up faster than mine. Right, I need to conserve energy now. This is looking good so far. That's the way to get energy back and go. Oh come on, I need to hit the front again. Oh, nice little nip around there. Come on, I've another whole lap to go yet. Come on, bump me along. Oh, let me past him. Right, nice one. Let's go, come on. Keep me going. So I'm not pressing the button now. I'm getting my energy back there, back up to full energy. Start hitting the speed again. Oh, this could be good. This could be good. I've got 2 whole bars of energy left. Right, come on. One bump. Another bump. Another bump, let's go. I've got 30 seconds to get to the end without dying. Oh, that's not good. Yes! Yes, a world record. Right at the end there, beat it by half a second. Oh, I'm very pleased with that now. That's good. That's good. I don't know what he's doing there. And while it goes through the end credits, let's talk more about the game. So, joystick jugglers or joystick wagglers, button bashing games as they were known. Kind of started with the likes of Track and Field and Hyper Sports in the arcades. There were loads of different ones on the Spectrum. I had Daley Thompson's Decathlon, Daley Thompson's Super Test, Daley Thompson's Olympic Challenge. I had Hyper Sports as well on the Spectrum. There's loads. I had some on the Amiga. They're not quite the same as in the arcade though. The arcade was always just that little bit better. I mean, Daley Thompson's Super Test, if you see it in action, it looks really dated, really slow animation and running. The 128K version of Daley Thompson's Super Test was really good, including things like pistol shooting, which was a bit odd, but yeah, cycling, running, hurdles, I think was in there. Sure it was. I know the triple jump was. And then around the time of the PlayStation, I can't remember what the game was on the PlayStation. There was an Olympic game came out on the PlayStation, and all of a sudden they had a bit of a resurgence. And this come out along with Winter Heat on the Saturn. There was a few games on the Nintendo 64. I remember Nagano Winter Olympics was a bit of a button basher in places, and there was another one. I know there was another one. I can't remember what it was called. So yeah, for a while they made a bit of a comeback as a genre. Nowadays, this type of game is thoroughly quick time events. I know my daughter downloaded one for the iPad, which was it was all about just timing the tap, and it was literally that kind of speed, but timing the tap to get the maximum speed boost to run, cycle, whatever else you had to do. But for me, this was the best of this type of game. There was never one that stands out more to me as the perfect mix of modern day graphics, modern day for 1990, whatever it was, and button bashing. Wonderful game. Great to see it still works in the typical Sega style of the time, with all the background music and so on. I shall have to play this again and try and break some records. I'll keep you posted if I do. That's all for now. Thanks very much. I'll see you in the next one. Hi folks, thanks for watching my video. You made it to the end. Well done. If you like what you just saw, why don't you leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, share my video, do all the above. But whatever you do, I hope to see you in the next one. Hasta la vista.